Can you tell what kind of show it's going to be today?
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah, we know exactly what kind of show it's going to be today.
I don't know what that's supposed to
Look
mean.
who's here,
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Hey, guess who's back in the house?
Yeah, those are foggy.
And we have an audience as well. You can't see them, but
They're watching
We got
intently.
one watching.
we have some canines in the audience. Oh my God, they're so cute. Okay, so welcome to DISHIN Days, everyone. AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of NBC's Emmy Award-winning show, Days of Our Lives. I am one of the four hosts, Tami Goveia here, and I am joined by the ever wonderful, at the end,
Michael Madden.
Mr.
Hi,
Eminem.
sorry. I was chatting with our fans.
Oh, hi everyone. It's your longtime favorite host, Tony Moore.
Who's
Tell me
favorite?
more.
And by long time, he means old. And I am back in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Lorraine Love is here.
Hey,
Yes,
And
queen.
do a little shout out to our audience
And
members
shout
that they
out
can't
to
see.
my little Baxter Alexander and Winston Montgomery in their stroller. I have become that dog parent.
They're so delicious.
Yeah.
Please make sure and follow us across all social media platforms. On Insta and Facebook, you can find us at DISHIN Days, and on Twitter, you can find us at _DISHIN Days. The @ is implied.
Look at you.
I know. I will
Someone-
learn eventually.
Someone in the chat room just said, "Who's that with all that hair?"
That's me. You can follow it on Twitter at Livin' for the Hair.
There you go. Also, please be sure and go over to iTunes and look for our podcast there, and please give us lovely comments. So
5
that,
stars, please.
lovely
Actually,
comments and 5
even-
stars.
even
so
a
that we can
negative
pick a fan of the
comment
week.
will get you fan
You
of the
know
week.
what? It's true. We just love engagement.
That was me.
So leave us some comments, and you too can become fan of the week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Even if you throw shade at me.
we love
I don't
Sunday
care.
Shade. Do we want to give any thoughts or comments, or do we want to just dive into this puppy?
Let's just
just
dive
dive
All
right
right,
in.
so
Yeah.
it's time to start.
DISHIN Days. Who's gonna do it?
Marcus?
Mark, you should
Mark,
do it.
I should
yes,
do it.
please.
Marcus.
Yes!
Bravo, bravo.
These.
Billy's name.
Oh gosh, we
Oh,
don't
Lord.
care. We
Facing
don't
me.
care. These were featured in the wedding
The-
centerpiece.
What
Oh, yes, they
what
were.
could have happened? The reception that might have been.
That might have been.
Yes.
Talking about first.
Let's start.
What are we doing here? Sorry.
Let's
Having
start
a
with
moment.
the first point of drama. Paul, Sammy, Brady, Eve, Kristen, and Stefan. I know. What did you think?
Kristen, like, there was a joke later in the week of how Kristen manages to fall out windows and survive.
sticking the landing.
And she's
I know.
like, she's like, I'm really getting good at it, or
Yeah,
something.
she's
And yeah,
what,
because, like,
practicing the landing.
Yeah,
They got
she's
down there.
sticking
They
the
got down
landing.
there, and she was gone. And I liked how Sammy. That was her one concern. Like, her first thought was going after Kristen while Paul's like laying there, which I thought was hysterical. She eventually goes back and is like, "Thanks for saving my life" or whatever, and then bolts. But
Sammy cared. She was unbothered by the fact that Paul was literally laying there, slightly lifeless after falling 3 flights. She was all like, "Where's Kristen?" And the whole time, is he breathing? Is there
not
blood?
moving.
Where
No.
is Kristen? And I'm like, at some point, Sammy, are you going to acknowledge the fact that Paul, who's still here, just fell 3 stories to protect you?
Same old
she eventually
Sammy.
got there. But yeah, same
No,
old
it
Sammy.
Same
took a
old
little too
Sammy.
long.
It did take too long.
Like after a while, I was just kind of looking at the TV like,
Now, I was screaming at the TV.
yeah.
But honestly, that's
Where
like,
is
that's,
Kristen? Are
but
you
honestly,
kidding
that's
me?
true to Sammy. They wrote that was Sammy, like you said, same old.
Just
Sammy.
selfish.
Same
So
old
yeah,
Sammy.
exactly.
Yeah, there were
Like,
a lot of comments in the chat rooms about, like, when is Sammy going to grow up? This is ridiculous. She
I
showed
don't think
no
she's,
growth at all.
No.
But she wouldn't be Sammy. I
Exactly,
don't know, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's what I expect. She never disappoints.
Right.
Never,
No.
never.
Never.
But it was interesting that Kristen was able to hobble over to the DeMera mansion and
With no
bang on that
cuts,
door.
no bruises,
Right?
no. She looked amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just hair was a little tousled because
Yes,
of the
perfectly
wind from the
tousled.
fall, and
I was afraid that door, the front door of the mansion, that is not a for real front door, was actually
no.
going to get busted in with the way she was
Right.
pounding at it.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
pounding hard.
She was pounding hard.
how do we feel about now there's been an introduction to Stefan and Kristen. Do we feel the DiMera clan kind of powers rejuvenated? Like, how are we feeling about this brother sister? Because he seemed like he wanted nothing to do.
At first, I don't think he wanted anything to do with her at first, and then he snapped out of that and hit her in the tunnel.
I think it's inevitable. I think DiMera is DiMera blood, and it's.
But okay, Kristen is not a blood DiMera,
right?
But I get when they said like DiMera blood, like
yeah, you're right.
She's part of the family.
Right.
She's a family member, but it was like. Someone said DiMera blood, and at first I was like, but she's not a blood DiMera. But I get that they weren't. It wasn't literally. They weren't saying she's literally DiMera blood. DiMera blood is not it's an idea. It's a thought. Right.
It's a holy grail.
I get it. Yeah.
Something you try to reach for. I love them together. I love them. I love the energy between them.
For as much as I hate the character of Stefan and think he's just rotten, he's like he had chemistry with Lauren Koslow during their scene, and he had chemistry with Stacy during their scene. So it's like
Do you think it's Tyler? Do you think he just has that thing?
That je ne sais quoi.
That ability
that
to
whip
connect.
appeal.
Yeah.
That electric.
Christopher Sean has that. I feel like too.
Yes, he can step into any situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's no Billy Flynn.
I didn't say it.
No, silence
Thinking
says
it,
everything.
But I didn't say it. My mama said, "Don't say nothing nice don't say anything at all if you don't have something nice."
If you don't have something nice to say,
don't say anything.
I think
anything at
Thumper
all.
said that.
Yeah.
I think
say
everybody's
that.
mother said that.
I know.
So yeah. So no, Kristen's.
Although I didn't follow that philosophy when the Jonases were around.
Never followed that
When
philosophy when the Jonases are
Jonas
mentioned.
Brothers?
No, Daniel.
Oh,
and
Daniel
Melanie.
Jonas. My bad.
I did have a question though.
Precious.
When so Lonnie and Eli leave, and then they're upstairs, and then Kristen kind of
Comes
pokes
out.
her head out. What did she say to him? And Stefan's
wa-
like, "Get back in there."
I watched it 3 times
did
and I gave
too.
up. And I almost turned on my closed captions, but I had things to do, so I just
Because
kept
she was a
going.
really
I don't
funny
know.
line, and I couldn't make out what they were saying.
But
Let's see if our chat room people.
I
He
do
stuffed
re-
her in the tunnels,
tunnels.
and then she came out and said something, which was really funny, but I couldn't understand what she was saying.
I just remember him being like, "You want to make sure people are 100% gone before you come poking your head out." And she's just like, "It smells down here. It's hot." And
She was not happy with the accommodations in
I'm
the
like-
In the
secret
shower.
room.
I'm like, "Girl."
I remember. I mean, they didn't like being in there, but I don't remember Kate, Vivian, and Marlena. Of course, they were also drunk. Complaining too much about a smell or anything, but maybe it got a little musty down there after they left. Musty.
I'm really concerned about Paul.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'm really
Poor
sad.
Paul.
I really like the character of Paul.
He's a likable character. He is like, he kind of solidified himself.
Not like how Mark likes Chad, but
That's untouchable, right there.
or how he claims I like Theo.
Claims.
Kyler.
It's alleged.
Okay.
You give a boy one compliment.
Alleged. I love that.
Alleged.
Alleged.
But-
No, you're right. Like, Paul is a likable character. Like, he saved Sammy's life.
He's
What
a
he
good
did.
guy.
He's
Yeah.
John Black's son.
Yeah.
Well, they all
gave
just kind
references
of
to that.
they all just
Exactly.
kind of stood there like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get in the way of the whoa," and then all of a sudden, bam, and it's like, oh my god, really? Like, why doesn't anyone work away from a window,
I know,
not
maybe not.
towards a
Maybe
window?
look and be like, let's move over here.
Yeah. It's like
go to
it's
the
like
bathroom.
it's like hold on.
Maybe there's a window in
Hold on. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So
I have faith that Paul will
pull
recover.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He better.
Yeah. I'm
So
hoping.
you think he'll walk out on his own, not on a gurney?
Yeah. I was, you know who I was hoping for? Mrs. Narita.
Mama.
Yeah.
Narita.
I was hoping that she
Well, it's still
would.
early. It's still maybe they'll.
Yeah.
She'll make.
I
an
hope
appearance.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense. Like, and now they've been doing this thing where they kind of pop characters in and out.
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice to have her just kind of come in to check in on Paul.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that either.
I know it's been a point of contention amongst us. What do you think about the whole rollout of Sonny and Paul and Will and honestly,
Mark, would you like to start that one?
honestly,
Would you like to kick that one off?
Before anyone
we
starts,
need to gather our feelings.
Before anyone starts, I will have you know that Michael Mattis and I are in a battle
Yes.
over this.
They're in their own corners.
Before the show, things got heated. And it ended with me telling Michael that he's wrong and he'll sleep well at night knowing that
I will
he's
sleep
wrong.
well at night tonight.
What was the debate about?
What Brady said to Will about Paul.
Yeah.
Well, not just what he said, but how he said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
What are-
tearing
You want
into
my
him.
opinion on that?
What are your thoughts, Mark J. Freeman?
My thoughts on that. I don't know who has what side. Because I didn't.
Well, what are your
wasn't
thoughts?
here.
And then
No,
we'll
no,
tell
but
you.
what-
I
do you
came in
think?
after the argument.
Yes.
I really, I really just, I didn't like it. I was just like, who are you to say anything and get over it? And I don't know. That's kind of how I was. I really tuned out. I just started tuning out because I was like, I don't know, like it just, I feel like sometimes they give people scenes just to have scenes together, and I'm just like,
That's kind of the feeling I thought too.
I just felt like, yeah, I was like, I mean, I get it. I think it went on, like, it just went on too long.
That
like,
too.
Have the conversation, that's fine. You can overhear him saying, I love you, and question it. I just thought he got really angry
really quick.
and just like, it would, to me, I felt like it should have been more like concern than anger. Like, you're not really going to be angry at him for getting his memory
They've had
back.
Brady, like they've written scene, like there was months ago there was a scene with Brady and Sonny, and that's the same thing. Brady got really angry really quick and was, you know, basically telling Sonny like what he should do, and it's like, who are you? You blackmailed Nicole to leave town.
Yeah.
You
know,
stretched out black a little too long for me. I was about to say, excuse me? I beg your pardon? You
What
said
is it?
you said black a little too long, and I was like, black what? And then you finally said male, and I was like,
He's making it into a black and white.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I will be more conscientious.
Well, I was thinking too that the same thing with Brady and Sonny, or
Will,
I feel with Gabby and Abby, because I mean, I haven't really been here that much to talk on that whole situation, but just the fact that Gabby's so angry at Abigail for something that happened because of her illness is really getting under my skin. Like, she's just so angry, and I get her frustration, but I want to see frustration in that all this horrible stuff happened to me, and you know what I mean? Like, it seems
But it
like
was
very, very intense.
But it was like, it's not like, you know, she fell and hurt her hand. It's like she got thrown in jail. She got beat up twice. And now she can't have children.
But
it's a lot.
but put it on Stefan. Like, it shouldn't be like this whole thing. Like, her trying to come between her and Chad is just really getting under my skin.
So you must have loved the
because-
way it ended on Friday then.
Yeah.
because it's not Lorraine.
Well,
She
did have a wig. You never know who's coming.
That wig is becoming its own character.
So here's what I would say about what Brady said to Will about Paul. I felt like it came from a place of, my brother, your lover, is laying in a hospital fighting for his life, and you just said I love you to another man who just so happens to be your
life
your
goes
past love.
on.
But here's the thing though, it's like when you put it in that context and then hear what he said, it makes sense, because they really did treat Paul like a placeholder. Like when Sonny couldn't have Will because he had died, he went to Paul. And the second he heard that Will was alive, he left his wedding to go find Will. Like, and then it's like, I'm done with you, Will is alive, can't do this.
And I don't think it's
And
intentional,
Well, no,
but
it's not
that's just
Right.
the way it's
But-
rolled out, and that's not
exactly.
fair.
And then you know, new Will, as we deemed him, comes back and doesn't remember Sonny. Sonny's distraught about that, but new Will has a love for Paul. Now new Will gets the old Will's memories back, and it's like, I actually do love Sonny. All right, thanks, Paul. And it's like no one's realizing that Paul like has feelings
And
and affection for these men
and
too.
at
interject?
the end of the day, regardless of who it came from, Will should not have said anything to Paul. He should not have said to Paul, when Paul said, you know, I know there was something you wanted to tell me, he should not have said, I got my memories. That discussion was not to have happened in that moment.
No.
Yes, Mark.
had to raise my hand. So is our problem that it's happening, that the memory's coming back, that the feelings are going back to him, or is it that it's happening so quickly?
It's how it's happening. It's how it's happening. Out of respect for Paul and out of respect for the relationship that Will has with Paul,
okay.
He should not have had that discussion.
Well, so
with him.
but this is my question. So, okay, that being said, had he just gone in and said, you know what, Paul, let's get you better, we'll talk about this another time. Exactly. That has to do with the speed of it happening.
Yes.
Not that it's happening.
The speed and the how of it.
So I mean, for me, there's that, and it's great that Will is getting his memories back and he's able to remember everything. But it's kind of like, oh, I remember, I'm in love with Sonny. I've always been in love with Sonny. Bye, Paul. Like, I mean,
but he hasn't.
Can you have a second to process that?
My issue with my other issue with the Brady lecture was that there had, other than him overhearing tell Sonny that he loved him, there had been no action on Will's part yet, and he was making all of these assumptions. Tony, wait, yet there had not been any action, so he had no right to lecture Will about what he thought was going to happen when Will hadn't literally not done anything yet.
But he knew what Will was going to do. Will has proven his track record on how he responds to situations.
Thank you.
Okay, this isn't like we're talking about Stefano DiMera or Stefan DiMera or any DiMera besides Chad. You know what I mean? Like, this is Will Horton.
Yes.
Like, come on, guys. He's not out to hurt anybody. That is not even in his.
And
mind.
you could see like the guilt in his face. Like Chandler played
He's conflicted.
Like he's not being cavalier about it. He's not just like, got my memories back. See ya. No, he's struggling with it.
Yeah, you can totally see that.
There is a struggle, but there is a plan to eventually tell Paul, bye, girl, I'm going with Sonny. It just hasn't been executed yet. But it's supposedly going to happen. That's what I have a problem with, is that it just doesn't seem like there's any care for Paul's feelings.
Oh, I disagree.
I disagree too.
Well, then we agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. And
what do you guys think? Let us know in the chat room. Are you team Eminem?
I'm seeing a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of
T squared or T squared? T squared. Which team are you?
I would also like to say that if there are any writers watching the show, if Paul ever comes back and needs a hand to hold, Maxine's son would be great to have. Little Asian, African American little relationship
beautiful
happening.
babies.
Oh, sweet
I mean,
Jesus.
Can you just, you know what I would love for someone to do is to find a really good picture of me and put it next to.
There's the
I know
problem.
that's.
There are plenty to choose from, and then put it next to Christopher Sean to see if we would make a cute couple.
Something real quick.
That's your job, Michael. That's your job.
I'm busy.
And I will say, just on the last note, I'm gonna be honest. Sonny was bugging me.
Sonny's being a little desperate.
Like, I love you. Do you want me there? I love you. I was like, dude, let
Calm
Will
down.
figure this out. He needs to handle this the way he needs to handle it. Just wait on the sidelines. You know he loves you. He remembers it. Just simmer down now.
Yeah.
Summer Donna.
So there you go.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I agree.
So.
All right. Moving
On
right
to
along.
the next one. Chad, Abigail, Gabby.
And the
JJ,
wig.
And wig.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Gabby. First of all, girl, you are sloppy. Like if you're gonna execute a plan, like be a little more stealth about it. Like if you're gonna walk in Abigail's house, I don't know, peek through a couple of windows, make sure no one else is up or anything like that before you just go waltzing in.
Says the
Well,
man who
it's
sleeps
kind of
in other
weird
people's
because Abigail was like sitting in the dark.
I know
when
it was
they
very
walked
dark.
into the living room, it was dark.
That whole
Well,
scene was
true.
very dark. Like
I'm glad that she admitted that she's angry, and I feel like Gabby has every right to be. However, I'm kind of with you.
Don't touch me.
I don't really know what her plan is.
None for the
Well,
babies.
and now that she's revealed that she is angry, it takes a little steam out of her plan, because part of to the viewer at least, because part of the
But it was
enjoyment,
time. I mean, it was time to have that.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's part of like now that Abigail knows that Gabby's angry, like it's on her radar now, and the storyline's supposed to be that Gabby's like pulling all these machinations without Abby's knowledge, and the steam was just taken out of it by her revealing that. So now it's like, what's the story going to be? Now they're just going to be at odds with each other.
Also, if I just thought about this, if Gabby puts that wig upstairs and Abigail goes upstairs and get it, and she switches from Marcy Miller to Kate Mansi, I'm going to laugh.
Oh my gosh!
So hard. Like,
the way your brain works.
Can you imagine if like Marcy Miller walked upstairs and then all of a sudden Kate Mansi walked down? I'd be like, now what kind of Jetsons machine y'all got at the Horton House?
Love that.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I think she should like go into the fridge to get something, lean in, and when she's
then
doing
pop out.
There you go.
Not to spoil anything, but Kate Mansi Instagrammed herself in the
In the wig.
in the Gabigail wig.
And that's what made me think, girl,
Okay.
she gonna walk upstairs and go be Marcy Miller and go walk downstairs and
I
be Kate
can't
Mansi.
wait to
Or
see how
a
that
drag
happens.
queen will come down performing. I wasn't away on Side by Side by Side. I was away at Days of Our Lives.
True. And I think
We have a clip.
okay.
Yes, we do
Oh,
have a
me?
clip. Let's do
Side
that.
by
No,
side.
not of you.
Roll that beautiful bean
Roll
footage.
tape.
Chandra, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, see, I don't believe that. I think you're doing it on purpose. Why? Why would I do that? Because you are still angry.
'Cause you
for what I
pissed.
did to you after Andre died. I told you that yeah, you don't blame me. You're angry at Stefan.
Blah, blah,
And I wanted to believe that, so, I ignored the signs. Even though I felt like you were faking it all along. What do you think? Do you think I was faking our friendship? I see your face, Gabby, when you think I don't notice.
She's like, girl.
You're smiling, but you are angry. And what, you think I'm lying to you? You admitted it to JJ. And why wouldn't you be bitter?
Yeah, JJ was kind of the one. that
Why
was
wouldn't
like,
you
maybe
blame
you
me?
need to
I
watch
did
out.
terrible things to you after my personality split. You know what? Let's not do this. I cost you your freedom. I cost you your daughter, and I almost cost you your life. You have every right to hate me, but every time I ask you about it, you say no. You're not angry. You don't blame me for anything, but you do.
Lies.
Don't lie to me. Be honest. You want me to be honest? You ruined my life. Yes, you ruined my life. I don't only blame Stefan for everything that's happened to me. I blame you too, and I always will.
Boom. And there you have it.
There you go.
And she can't help that. Like, even though she knows that Abigail was not all right.
Okay.
She still looks at her and go, yeah.
I've still
but
lost
you
so
still
much.
Sat, you
You're
still
still the
sat
one.
on the stand and said what you said.
Interesting.
And you know what I mean? Like,
I just
and
think it's interesting because you feel bad for her, but you don't feel bad for Will.
feel bad for who?
Oh, because of the amnesia and...
Who do I feel
You're
bad
like,
for?
well, you feel bad because she doesn't
Yeah.
know she was sick, da da da.
No,
But
I
that's
didn't
the same
say
thing
that.
with Will.
No. Don't misconstrue that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. Even though Gabby saw that it was Abigail, she can't process the fact that it wasn't her. So that's why she's so upset with her. But what I do like is that Abigail said, you know what, Gabby is a part of me. All those people were a part of me. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I ruined your life. I'm sorry that I put you in jail. She took responsibility for
Right.
it. So
Well, but we
kudos to
haven't
her.
seen what Will has said to Paul yet. Maybe he's going to say something very similar.
Well, then guess what? When we get there, then
Yes,
maybe
that
my opinion will
virtually
change.
crossed.
I'm
But
just
as
saying.
of what has
I'm just
happened
saying,
this
like
week,
everybody else, everyone jumps on a bandwagon. You get all worked up without finding out the whole story.
Exactly. Let's
I
head
am
into
just a fan
tidbits.
with open arms.
Let's hit into
We gotta do a little business
some
first.
tidbits.
We got tidbits.
Business before
Yeah, business
tidbits.
first.
Business before tidbits?
Here we go.
All right.
Hey, AfterBuzzers! Here at the network, we produce after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas to reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans. I almost thought but then I thought something else. But now we need your help. We are asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. Subscribing to our YouTube channels will help you discover new shows we're sure you're going to love. So since you are already a subscriber to the Drama channel, because we have enough of that right here, you might be interested in other shows such as Queen of the South, which features Molly Burnett, Melanie Jonas.
I tuned out.
We also have recaps have for Black Mirror, The Affair, and The Bold Type. And remember, we have channels for other genres too. So please don't be shy about subscribing to them all. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't, because they're optional. It's easy. You just hit that subscribe button for now for an easier AfterBuzz experience. And if you let us know in our comments, we'll thank you on air. So if you're watching this video and you hit the subscribe button for AfterBuzz TV drama, say, hey guys, did it, and we'll give you a shout out next week.
Hey
so
guys.
thanks for being the best fans ever, and we promise to continue to do our best to serve
Yes, we will.
you.
Thank you,
Boom.
Tony.
You're welcome. Now
Thank
on
you
the
very
tidbits.
much. On to tidbits. John and Marlena. Oh my God, it's so I can't watch them.
I think you're pointing at what
It's so dramatic. It
Yeah.
just breaks my heart.
Drake Hogestyn,
John.
this needs to be his Emmy year.
Oh my, yes.
Drake Hogestyn has
absolutely.
really brought it.
He's
and
just bringing it
he's
over
shining
and over.
in everything he's doing.
So good.
So yeah,
I love it.
yeah, it's heartbreaking to watch. And then we have the Belle going through insurance. What do you all think she found?
Who?
Belle when
It's
she was
the
going
do
through the
not
insurance
resuscitate. It's
papers?
a do not
you think
resuscitate
it's a
thing.
DNR?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Think it's
DNR.
that?
It has to be.
That kind of makes sense from what she said at
Yeah.
the very end. Like, we're gonna, Eric
Said
came
we're
in and
gonna-
said we're gonna do everything
the
we can, and
specialist,
she's
right.
like, we can't. And so maybe, yeah.
My heart was breaking when things were happening and John was like, what's happening? What's happening? I wanted to be like, John, you got to go.
You have to
You have
leave.
to go. And just watching Marlena go through all this, I'm like, I'm on pins and
It
needles.
makes me ill
Yeah.
watching her like that. It just it was really hard. I couldn't. I was just kind of turned away, and it's
Sending
terrible.
prayers out to
yeah,
Marlena.
my gosh.
Molly
This
is
is how I send prayers out. Here, this is a
All
new
the
gift for
prayers.
y'all. Sending prayers.
There you go.
Sending prayers.
where she tooted and she's blowing it away.
I can't.
So rude. So disrespectful. All right, Kate and Stefan.
Oh wait,
You,
Orlando.
of course, you would love that, Michael.
Orlando, Molly is on Queen of the South. She was on it this season. I know.
Sympathy.
That's all.
Kate and Stefan.
Well, we all know
That
what
was
happened to
interesting.
Ted.
What?
Yeah, that Stefan got rid of Ted for her. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't
I
either.
didn't either. You know what else I didn't see coming? Her walking in with that gun. Kate and that gun.
But she's got that. That's like a powder. You know, she's got her lipstick, gun,
I know.
and
She's like-
cell phone.
and I love
Katie's got a gun.
and I love the fact that she was like, and just so you know, it was loaded.
She took the.
I wish
don't
she
know
actually
me.
would have shot it off.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
And she gave him what he wanted.
Yeah.
She gave him all the stuff on Chad. Poor
Yeah.
Chad.
Ooh, I
He's just,
like
he's
this.
just collateral. That poor guy's just collateral damage all
know.
over the place. It
I
kind
have,
of sucks.
I have to agree with Laura. And this is what you guys were talking about Marlena, and you were saying how sad you were. I can't seem to care about Marlena because I know she's going to be fine, and it's
Ah.
true. It's true.
I
mean,
just don't-
Like,
Yeah.
if I knew
At
like
the
the
end of
character
the
was
day-
leaving or something like that, I think I
It'd
would
be
be a little
different.
bit more invested in it.
You know she's
I'm just
gonna
like,
be
yeah.
fine.
I'm
Yeah.
like, just get over
But
it.
see,
this is recycled
Yeah.
storyline.
Honestly, I don't know because this could be something that like we just don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
I'm
feel like she's gonna
invested
pull out of it.
regardless.
Me too.
Seeing John go through
It's
that.
definitely
makes me-
been like Drake's time to shine.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And he's done really well.
But back to Kate and Stefan, I do like them, and I do like what they're doing, and I love their scenes this week.
Me
Yeah.
too. And it makes me feel bad again because Stefan's such a hole.
That's all right.
But
That's been your word this week.
He's good.
That's
Yeah.
been your word this week.
He's good at what he does.
All right.
And I'm loving Bonnie, Lucas, Maggie. Oh my God.
Talk about somebody dropping a bomb.
right.
Oh yeah. So I haven't missed anything, right? This
No.
is truly
This
a
was
bomb
the,
has
this
been
was
dropped.
The first reveal that Bonnie had Lucas's baby. Because they did,
Right.
have relations.
They
Back
have
when she was-
relations, but
But
I know. I
who?
hope.
Okay.
like,
yeah.
Okay.
literally on Friday when she said that,
That
I
was
was
a
like,
combination. Oh my and okay.
I was like, girl, okay, where does baby at though?
Or is she
Right.
lying?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't
She's
know.
she's in the
Maybe.
corner.
She's not the most scrupulous individual, so.
I like to give a shout out to the relationship that Bonnie and Maggie has because when Maggie walked
What
in,
do
she
you
was
want,
like,
Red?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
What
love
did she
it.
say
That
about
was
the melons? She
fabulous.
mentioned the melons again, and that's one of my
Yeah.
like back when excuse me, Bonnie was Adrian, and she was like, "Would you like to sample my melons?"
Oh yes.
That stuck in my mind because it was funny, and they brought it up again. So
And really quick, it's not on here, but I'll just briefly mention it. The explanation of why Steve is now
Oh, yeah.
has now left
Oh, yeah.
was that he saw some classified documents documents and is now in jail.
Yes.
And it made me think of, no wonder you hate that eye, because now the eye done scanned some documents into him, and now he's in jail. It's like, you done saw it, bye.
I didn't like how that rolled out.
No.
I was really disappointed.
A lot of people don't like
Yeah,
how
that
the situation
wasn't a
that
good
brought that
moment.
on.
Well,
All right, let's move into our favorite part
So that
of
was
the
the
show,
week.
as always, right? That was
Yay.
the week. Let's move into some segments.
Oh, the segments, and we're gonna start with mine. It's Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. All right, so I'm gonna give an honorable mention to a possible snap. For Sammy trying to run away from Hope and Rafe. Thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did a rewind. But I'm going to have to give my 3 snaps to the very debatable discussion between Brady and Will about Paul. When Brady was saying what he had to say, I was like, yes. And I actually officially did a yes. So that's how I knew it got Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. So Eric Martsolf, Brady Black, you get Tony's 3 Snaps Award, because sometimes you have to check someone and let them know, you are doing wrong. And thank you. And that is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Okay.
And now we have...
Quote of the week.
All right.
We do?
Yes, I do
Yay.
have one. It was at first, I like when something happens during the week and I'm like, okay, I got that just in case.
Yeah.
But then
This happened.
and I literally LOL'd and rewound. My quote of the week goes to Miss Chloe Lane, Miss Nadia Bjorlund, when
She's got
she
good
got a
ones.
phone call from Julie.
Yes.
Good Lord, it's Julie again. I'll be right back. Yes, Julie, what now?
And did you notice in the next
So
scene they showed her in the
fantastic.
background, on the phone,
Yeah.
just not having it you couldn't hear what she was saying, but
It
she
was
was clearly
fantastic.
I
Myth.
could not get enough of it. I was like, oh my God, I love that. Every moment of that. So that was,
Mark's Quote of the Week.
there we
Yay!
are.
And now it's time for a little... Okay. Designer Days. Okay, so it's going to Miss
Tried
Lauren
it.
Koslow, Miss Kate. She is wearing a Veronica Beard Empire striped Dickie blazer. Navy and white striped cotton with copper tone metallic threading. Double breasted with lightly padded shoulders and a peak lapel for a sharp silhouette. Loving her in this. I want this jacket. Thank you, Kate, for rocking it. And that has been Designer Days.
I knew as soon as she came on screen, I was like,
Did you?
I knew it. I was like, that's gonna be, Tammy's gonna pick her. And you did. Thank you.
You just have to one time for Designer Days, when one of the guys come out of the shower in a towel, have your spotlight be on the towel.
On the floor.
These can be
Yes.
bought at Macy's. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And now
Sorry.
next, it's...
Nope, stop. Stop
I
taking
know,
pictures.
paparazzi.
Caption there. Alrighty. This week's caption photo is of, I forgot already. Oh.
Ah!
Bonnie Lockhart, Miss Bonnie Lockhart. And the quote of the week goes to not quote of the week. The caption of the week goes to Coach Mike 100 on Instagram, simply saying bend and snap.
That's
So
cute.
That was
thank
a
you,
good one.
Coach Mike 100, for this week's caption that.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
No pictures,
Nice and
please.
No
quick.
pictures. Stop.
Caption that.
Woohoo! And now we have...
Dishin Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo! I'm an idiot. Oh, I do that every time
Especially
I
at
do
3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so fan of the week.
Well, fan of the week goes to all of the hashtag sinners.
Yes.
We literally needed help finding video clips and stuff for our interview with Rob and Victoria, and y'all wasted no time.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like, "Here's this, here's that,
Oh my,
here's
it was
this, here's
amazing.
that," and I was
Floodgates
like,
opened.
Every
"Y'all are
possible.
on it."
Yes.
So,
thank you so much.
yes, our
And-
fans of the week are hashtag sinners.
Yay!
And stay tuned for our interview
Yes.
coming up after this.
That's right, and that has been.
Dishin Days Fan of the Week. Woo! Mike Riley says Mike Riley had a good caption.
What was it?
I don't know. He just
Oh.
He's upset that you didn't choose him.
Now we've
John
got some
Del Rey.
some news and
News
gossip.
and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Alrighty, if you've ever wanted to meet Greg Vaughn and Tyler Christopher, you will have
God,
a
look at
chance. You will
So
have a
gorgeous.
chance not this Saturday, October 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. Tyler announced this on his Instagram, and you can follow him for more details. It's going to be some kind of private, intimate fan gathering thing. So Atlanta, Georgia, Saturday, October 27th. Be there. Daniel Cosgrove, I mentioned this last week, who played Aiden, will be starring in a new Lifetime series that premieres tonight called You.
Oh my gosh! Such a good book, by the way. I don't read books, and nor do I read them from start to finish. But I
Didn't
went to
know.
a Barnes and Noble, and I was actually when I was buying the Days
The Days
50th
book?
anniversary book. That's picture books. That's what I usually buy. And the girl at the register was like, if you want a good book that you won't put down, you need to read this. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I bought it, and I read it from start to finish. And then I saw this show.
And you got excited.
Yeah, so I'm going to
That's so
have
great.
to watch it.
I'm looking forward to
It's
it.
good.
The
It's
previews
good.
look good.
Yeah.
The show is You, and it premieres tonight on Lifetime, 10 p.m.
That's so great. I didn't know that he was in that.
2 more events. This one in Boston, the weekend of September 29th through the 30th, with Eric Martsoff, Lindsay Hartley, Robert Scott Wilson, and Jordi Villasuso, and Vincent Irizarry in Boston, Massachusetts. For tickets and event info, go to starstruckfans.com. And you'll also have
Starstruck fan events.
StarstruckFanEvents.com. I corrected it in the thing, and
What
I
is
still
it
read it
again?
wrong. StarstruckFanEvents.com.
Perfect.
Yay.
You'll also have a chance to meet Eric Martsoff, Paul Telfer, Cassie DePaiva, and Cassie's husband, James, our security guard.
It's okay, Winston.
Aww.
They woke up.
They've been
We
asleep
have
the whole
guests.
time. They're sinners. They're awake.
I know, right? Anyway, StarstruckFanEvents.com. You find all the info there, and that is this week's news and gossip.
Awesome. So
Yay.
let's take a look at the promo.
Well, before we take a look at the promo,
We have guests.
we have 2 people who have just joined us.
Winston enough.
Security.
Right?
Hey, sit right there. Sit
In
right
those
there. Sit right
chairs,
there.
grab
Put
a chair.
those headphones on. Right there. And then we'll get you guys in frame. But until then,
We need
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
let's
let's
show
do it.
next week's clip. Go ahead, Steve.
Keller.
Ben Weston is obsessed with my daughter. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna get him. New evidence has come to light. You are under arrest.
Everybody's gonna find out that you planted that evidence.
Days of Our Lives, weekdays on NBC.
I might just have to
Mama
watch
Bear,
this.
Mama
It's
Bear.
being dirty again.
Mama Bear.
there's a lot happening. And speaking of a lot happening, we have Robert Scott Wilson.
Yo.
And don't mind Victoria. She was distracted by the puppies. She was distracted by the puppies.
They're very distracting.
She was loving on him.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm here,
Welcome,
I'm trying to be
guys.
professional. Whew.
This is just a quick tease before we actually go into the interview in just a little bit, but we wanted to bring you guys in just to wave to use that camera there to wave to everyone.
Hi.
And we just saw the preview for next week, so we have a lot to talk
We
about
do.
after this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, super excited
All
about
right.
it.
So where can everyone find you guys on social media?
You can find
Michael.
me on Twitter at MLMattis1 and on Instagram, MLMattis.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com.
Be the first to follow him. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE, and if you want to see the dogs in their stroller, you need to follow me.
And you
worth
can
it.
follow Dishin Days on Insta and Facebook at Dishin Days, and on Twitter at _Dishin Days. And you can follow me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Insta and Facebook, Tami Goveia Official. All right, guys. That has been our show. Please make sure.
Right after this,
Right
we will
after.
have our exclusive interview. I like to call it an exclusive
First
interview.
interview with them
First
together.
interview.
This
Yes.
is exclusive.
Yes, with Robert Scott Wilson and Victoria Conifel.
Since Sunday.
That's right.
See you
we'll see you
next
guys in a
week.
bit.
See you
Bye.
guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.